In this lecture, I'm going to teach you about bond valuation. Bond valuation is a technique for determining the theoretical fair value or the fair price of a particular bond. The fundamental principle of bond valuation is that its fair value is equal to the sum of present values of its expected cash flows. That means, imagine that a company is issuing a bond of say $10,000, okay, and they are paying a coupon of 7%. So this is called as a coupon, which means you will get $700 every year. Say the payment period is 10 years. So every 10 years, every year you will get $700 into your account. And at the end of 10 years, you will get your $10,000 back. This is how a bond works. However, imagine that the bank interest, if you put it in a bank interest at that time when the bond is issued, is only 3%. So if you put it in a bank, naturally you are going to get only 3%. So this bond, which is going to be paying you a very high coupon, this will be available at a premium. And that is called as a bond value. So instead of 10,000, you may have to pay much more than 10,000 to get this. So to evaluate that, I'm going to tell you how to do that in this lecture. On the other hand, let us take a case so you would expect probably for this 10,000, it will be around maybe 12,000 or something like that. We will evaluate it exactly and I'm going to tell you how it is done. Okay. Imagine the bond is worth $10,000. Okay, but the coupon they're paying is only 3.5%. Is only 3.5%, while as the bank interest, if you put it in the bank, you will get 5%. So naturally, since you are getting only 3.5%, you are not going to pay 10,000, you are going to pay much lesser than that. So you may probably pay 9,500 or 9,000 for this bond for the next 10 years. So the next 10 years, you will enjoy 3.5% coupon. Okay, but today you have to pay only 9,000. So this is called as the value of the bond, which we will call as V. This is called as the face value. This is called as N, the number of times you are getting the coupon. Okay, so I'm going to give you a formula for that and then I will tell you how to apply that. So the bond value V, we'll call the bond value as V, is R. R is the coupon which you are getting. Multiply this with 1 minus 1 plus I, the whole raised to minus N, divided by I, and this, to this you are going to add the face value or the redemption value, 1 plus I, the whole raised to minus N. This is how we are going to find the value of the bond. Now in this, what is R? R here is the periodic interest or the dividend. The periodic dividend or coupon you receive. So R is the coupon you receive. V is the value of the bond. N is the number of payments you receive, and N is the number of payments you receive. Okay, so let's take an example. Suppose a company, say IBM. Okay, now this company is issuing a bond of $10,000. $10,000 is the face value. That means at the end of the term, you are going to get back 10,000. Okay. Now they are paying a dividend of 8.5%. So the dividend you're going to get is $850 every month. Okay, so 8.5 is the dividend they are paying. The bond will be redeemed after 10 years. The bond will be redeemed after 10 years. Now we need to find the purchase price. That means the value of the bond. Today what you're ready to pay for this bond. Purchase price if the interest rate expected out of this is 8%. So you are happy with 8%. You are happy with 8%, but they are giving 8.5%. So naturally you are getting higher, no? So the 8%, okay, so you are ready to pay a higher value for the bond. Now we want to calculate how much higher is the value. So the value of the bond is equal to R. R is 850 multiplied with 1 minus 1 plus 0.08. This is the bank interest prevailing rate to the power of minus 10 upon 0.08. Plus, now the redemption value 10,000 multiplied with 1 plus 0.08, the whole raised to minus 10. Now when you calculate this, you are going to get 10,335.50. So this is how we calculate the bond value. So you will observe that since you are getting 850, while as the bank interest is only going to pay 8%, you are getting more. And that is precisely why we are now ready to pay more than 10,000. Now please note that when at the time of maturity, you are going to get only 10,000 back. Today you are paying 10,335. Today you are paying that. But after 10 years, you will get 10,000, but you will enjoy a premium of 850 coupon rate. You will get 850 every year, even though the bank interest is only 8%. So for that extra part, you are paying a premium of $335. $335 is what you are paying today. I hope you understood the concept. Now I'm also going to teach you how to do this using Excel. Thank you. In this video, I'm going to explain to you how to find the value of a bond using Excel. Let us start first with the face value. Imagine the face value is 1 lakh rupees. So I put face value and on E1, the square E1, I put 100,000. 100,000, that is the face value. Then I want to see the number of dividends that I am going to get. Imagine I am going to get 15 years payment. So this means 15 payments I am going to receive, and this 15 payment I am going to receive, but the prevailing bank interest rate is 9%. So the prevailing bank interest is 9% means I actually want 9%. I want 9% on my worth. But the dividend they are paying is only 7%. So this is the dividend which the bond issuer is paying. So the bond issuer is paying only 7,000. So naturally, for getting 7,000, when the prevailing market rate interest is 9%, I am not going to pay 1 lakh, I am going to pay much lesser. And you can see that the value of the bond, which shows on the last row, is 83878. Which means if I pay 83878, the prevailing bank interest is 9%. So I am going to get 9%, but I will get 7,000 premium throughout. 7,000 is what I am going to get payout. So 7,000 is the payout, but actually I am getting 9%. So the bond value, which was 1 lakh. Now look at the formula I have used to get this. So you go to first E10. E10 means the face value. So we go to the face value. Then you multiply it with 1 minus 1 plus I, the whole raised to minus 1 n, divided by I. Divided by I plus, then again you take the face value and multiply with 1 plus I, the whole raised to minus n. 1 plus I the whole raised to minus n. So once again the formula R is bracket 1 minus 1 plus I the whole raised to minus n upon I, close the bracket, plus the face value into 1 plus I the whole raised to minus n. So that means 1 lakh bond, to get a 100,000 bond, today I am ready to pay 83878. 83878. Let's try 3 lakh bond. Now imagine I am putting a face value of 3 lakhs, I am changing the value for 5 years. Now you see the value of the bond has already changed. It is now for 3 lakhs, I can pay only 2 lakh 76,000 as you can see for this bond. So you keep playing around with these values and you can get the value of the bond by using this formula. I'm going to write this formula. I would like you to try this on your own on an Excel worksheet. So once again, let us play around with the face value. So the face value of say 10,000. Let's take the face value 10,000. I need say 10 payments, n is equal to 10. And the bond will be redeemed after 10 years. What is the purchase price of the bond if the yield rate is 8%? So since the yield rate is 8%, I am going to put 0.08. 0.08. But the dividends the bank they are giving is 8.5%. So dividend is 8.5%. That means 850 I am going to get premium. Naturally, the bank interest prevailing is only 8. So I have to pay higher than 10,000. You can see that I have to pay 10,335 for this bond. If I pay 10,335, I will get 850 as the dividend, and this is the formula once again. So to calculate this, so I am using this formula to calculate the value of the bond. So face value, so at the time of redemption, I am going to get only 10,000. But today I am paying 10,335.5. If I pay 10,335.5, the extra thing I am getting is, even though the bank interest is only 8%, I am actually getting 8.5%, or 8,500 is my yearly payment I am getting. So this is how we find the value of a bond. Let us check. Once again, I am going to change this. Let us take 0.035, and this one I am going to take only 3.5% say, and this one, let us see if I play around with this annual dividend. So the bank interest is 0.035. So you can see that this one is now 1,41,000 I have to pay. So because I need 8.5%, but the bank interest is only 3.5%. So this, if you keep on changing, so let us take this as say, for example, 0.04. So that means I'm going to get 4,000. So now I'm going to pay 1,04,158 for this bond. You will observe that if the coupon rate is lower than the interest rate, bank interest rate, if the coupon rate is lower, we will have to pay a value lower than the face value. On the other hand, if it is higher, we have to pay higher than the face value. Thank you.